Hello! Welcome to another video on Disney Lorcana. Today I'm going to be showcasing my purple red or ruby amethyst control deck. People I've seen on Facebook have asked if there's a control deck type in Lorcana, and the answer is yes. And I think this is the best one so far that I've played. So a little bit about just what control is and what it means is you're literally trying to do just that. You're trying to control the flow of the game. You're trying to control the board. So you're trying to get rid of all of your opponent's cards. You're trying to net tiny advantages by getting small 2-for-1s or even 3-for-1s throughout the course of the game. And then when you have run your opponent out of resources, the idea is to finish the game with certain larger, bigger, more expensive, flashier cards, which we'll get to in a moment. But that's the idea, is we're going to be banishing all of the characters, we're going to be doing a lot of challenging, we're not going to be doing a lot of questing until we get to the late game, and then we can use our expensive cards to win the game. So to start us off, I'm running 4 Shield of Virtue, which is a item, and you can tap it, exert it, and pay 3 ink to ready chosen character, but they can't quest for the rest of the turn. So you can you can attack twice, challenge twice with the same character, you can quest, then unexert it, and then ready the character, and then challenge, do lots of stuff. For Gaston, which is just a cheap creature that cannot, or character, that has Reckless, so it can't quest and has to challenge, but it is a 4/2, which is a very large stat line for such low cost. 4 power for 2 ink is very efficient, so this is going to be one of our challengers. One of our banished spells is Dragonfire. It's the cleanest banished spell in the game so far. It's just 5 ink and it banishes chosen character straight up. Maui is another challenger, because not only does it have Reckless, but it also has Rush. And he's a 6/5 for 5 ink. Rush meaning it can challenge the turn it comes into play. 3 Be Prepared, which is a 7 ink song, meaning a character with cost 7 or more can exert to sing it for free. And this is the only what's called unconditional board wipe in the game. It just banishes all characters, yours and your opponent's. So we're doing 3 of those. 4 Maleficent, which is a 9 cost 7/5, 2 lore, and Dragonfire. When you play this character, you may banish chosen character. So again, this is this idea of like a 2-for-1, because when you play this, you get to banish one of their characters right out the gate, and then next turn you can use it to challenge another one of their characters. So potentially, this one character can take care of 2 of theirs, maybe even more. In purple, we've got 4 Dr. Facilier, which is a 2 cost 0/4, but it has Challenger 2, so kind of like Gaston. It's just good stats for low cost. Gaston was also 2 ink and was a 4/2. This is also 2 ink, and when it challenges, it's a 2/4, so it's the same total stats. Magic Broom, let me talk about this one. You might think this is weird, because it doesn't have a very good stat line. It's just a 2/2. It only has 1 lore, so it's not a good quester. It has 2 costs, so it is cheap, but it has the ability Sweep. When you play this character, you may shuffle a card from any discard into its player's deck. The only reason I'm playing 4 of these is for other control decks. If you're playing against another control deck, those games go extremely long, and you can end up accidentally drawing out your entire deck, and that would cause you to lose the game. What this does is if you play the first broom, and it ends up in your discard pile, when you play the second broom, you can shuffle the first broom from your discard pile back into your deck. Then, let's say that second broom enters the discard. If you draw a third broom, you can play that to get the second broom back into your deck, and so they can constantly loop each other, and it causes you to never run out of cards. So, in those games that go really long, this means that you will never run out of cards, whereas if your opponent is not doing this sort of loop they will, and you can win the game that way. It's long and arduous, but it is possible. Then we've got what might be the best item in the game, to be honest. Ursula's Cauldron. 2 ink. If you can exert it to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, you put one on top and the other on bottom. This is just great for smoothing out your draws, making sure you always have what you need when you need it, especially in multiples, because if the top 2 are not what you want, you can just activate the second one. The activation cost is free, so low cost, low ink upfront, and then you just constantly get to know what's on top of your deck. It's great. And then, what everybody is saying might be the single best card in the entire set. Friends on the Other Side. It's 3 ink for a song, which means you can exert a 3 cost or less, or more, excuse me, to play this. And it just says simply, draw 2 cards. Being, again, on that concept of 2-for-1s. This is 1 card. When you use it, you end up drawing 2 cards. You have replaced 1 card for 2 cards. So it is a 2-for-1. It's the cleanest. You can even do it for free. It is very good. The more you play this game, if you're not familiar with trading card games, there's a concept called card advantage, where the person who sees the most cards throughout the game tends to have the most options. The person who has the most options tends to get to, again, to use that word, control the flow of the game as they see fit. So having more cards than your opponent is very, very strong. And so just a simple 3 cost to draw 2 is great. Next we've got Maleficent, same kind of idea. It's 3 cost 2/2, but when you play this character, you may draw a card. So even if they take care of this, you have replaced it with another card from your deck. So again, you can get yourself a 2-for-1 by, you play this, you draw a card. So you've gotten 1 card and spent 1 card. But then, if you use Maleficent to take out one of their creatures, now this card has gotten rid of one of their cards and has drawn you an extra card. So you basically net 2 cards for your 1. Very good for 3 cost. We got Rafiki, which is another challenger. It's just a 3 cost 3/3 with Rush. Simple as that. Jafar is just good stats, 4 cost 0/5, but this character gets +1 attack for each card in your hand. It also has 2 lore, which is pretty good. But this is often like a 4/5 or even a 5/5 for only 4 ink, which is pretty good. Then on the concept of card advantage, we have the Queen. It's 5 cost 4/5, and it just exerts to draw a card. So this just makes it so that you always have cards in hand. Then we get to what we call our finishers. These are the big expensive spells that we're going to use to win the game. First up is the Dr. Facilier Agent Provocateur. This is a 7 cost 4/5 with 3 lore. You can shift it onto the other Dr. Facilier for only 5, and it has Into the Shadows. Whenever one of your other characters is banished in a challenge, you may return that card to your hand. So this card is very, very strong, which is why it costs so much. Every time you challenge and banish something, you get your card back. We also have Ursula, which is a 7 cost 2/8, 3 lore. When you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore, and you draw a card for each 1 lore lost this way. So this will also replace itself, and it just has lots of toughness, so it's hard to get it off the board, and lots of lore, so it's a good finisher. And then last but not least, Elsa, Spirit of Winter, 8 cost 4/6, 3 lore. You can shift it, but we don't have any other Elsas, so. But Deep Freeze, when you play this character, exert up to 2 chosen characters, and they can't ready at the start of the turn. So it exerts 2 of their characters, and they don't get to quest or challenge with those characters on their next turn. This is really good because it lets you kind of catch up. These control strategies are usually playing on the back foot for most of the early parts of the game, until you can get to these 7 or 8 ink spells or characters, and then usually the idea is you want them to kind of catch you back up. And making it so your opponent has to almost take a turn off, depending on the situation, is a very good way to do that. So that's the deck. Something I want to say about it, because I've seen similar decks like this on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else. And the thing I've noticed the most that I strongly disagree with and that I changed for my version, a lot of them are running way too many, I think, of these expensive finishers. I kind of started with a list that I found online and tweaked it. And the first thing I did, because their version, whoever's it was that I was looking at, had 4 Elsa, 4 Ursula, 4 Dr. Facilier. It even had, I think, 4 Mickey Brave Little Tailor as a finisher. Where is that? There it is. Which is an 8 cost 5/5 with evasive and 4 lore. Has more lore than any other character in the game so far. And I cut all of those. I cut the expensive stuff in half. I cut the Brave Little Tailors all together. I put in more of the card draw. I put in Shield of Virtues. I think this card's pretty good, especially in the late game. It lets you challenge twice if you can set it up right. It's been a slightly unimpressive, so that might change in the future, but it's just so cheap, and it can be inked if you draw multiples. And I also put in the Magic Brooms. They didn't have any of those, which I think are necessary, because this is a very popular deck. You're going to run into what's called mirror matches quite a lot, I think, at least in the early stages. So having 4 Magic Brooms is important. So that's my, let's call it a pro tip. If you're gonna make a Ruby Amethyst control deck, is cut back on the big finishers, put in 4 Magic Brooms, make sure you have Ursula's Cauldrons and Friends on the other side, make sure you've got a nice curve, also make sure you have enough spells that can be inked. That was another thing I've seen. A lot of these non-inkable cards, you're gonna have 9 costs characters in your deck. You need to be able to cast them. You need to have enough inkable cards. Alright, so with all that being said, let's jump into some games. I'm expecting this to be a long video. These games do take quite a while. So again, just even though this is a control deck and you're looking to get into the late game, you do still want to have a nice, what's called curve, meaning curve 1 into 2 into 3, etc., etc. You almost never want any of these expensive finishers in your opener, the exception being Maleficent, because you can ink that. I still think I'm going to get rid of her, though. Keep the queen just in case. Okay, so we're almost certainly going to be getting rid of one of these Gastons. And see, they inked a purple card and didn't do anything, so that's usually a bad sign. I really hoped that my first game was not going to be a mirror match, but this might be. We shall see. So we've seen 2 purple cards, so that doesn't really mean anything. That was the small Elsa, which I've not really liked. So that means I'm definitely going to play this Dr. Facilier, I think. Yeah, so let's ink. This is a good question. I'm still on the assumption that this is going to be a controlling deck, so I want to keep the queen. So let's just get rid of this other Gaston, I guess. Play a Dr. Facilier. And now, next turn, if they quest with both the Archimedes, I can get that coveted 2-for-1. So yeah, I think this is just another control deck. Because I can ink one of my cards, I can challenge with Facilier, I can ready it and then challenge it again. Or I can just... Ooh, yes, that's much better. Yes, that's much better. So I think we can get rid of the Gaston for good now. We're past turn 2, so we don't need these. So now let's do this, and we can challenge and challenge. Still have no idea what their second color is. Maybe they're not running one. People have been asking about single color decks, but I personally don't think there's enough cards, just raw cards, to get a single colored thing yet. So we're almost... Okay, so let's do this first. Yeah. Okay, we drew a Maui so that we can ink the extra Maui. And we're definitely questing with this guy. But I don't think I'm going to quest with Rafiki, because then Maleficent can just challenge it. They can challenge this Dr. Facilier, but with 4 toughness it won't get banished. Okay, so they are playing red. Oh, they have a cauldron. That's bad for me. Again, we want to have more card advantage than the opponent, and Ursula's cauldron is going to make that difficult. Now I have my queen. I've also played 3 friends on the other side, and to my 0, so there's something about that. Okay, so there's that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, and we're gonna sing with this, and then we can get rid of this Maleficent. I'm gonna get rid of the Maui. Alright, well, while I'm thinking, I know I'm getting rid of that. I know I'm just playing the queen. The question is, do I get rid of Maui or do I get rid of Maleficent? I think I get rid of Maui. And playing this queen. Now I do want to watch out for their Be Prepared, which banishes all characters, right? So this might be where I stop playing characters altogether. Wait for them to play their Be Prepared, and then I can play the rest of my characters. I really want to keep my queen. God. 3 for all 4 friends on the other side. Well, at least we got rid of them. Okay, so they got the Aladdin. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I've never been able to shift my Dr. Facilier. But that's not even like good here. So I'm of the mind that they're going to shift Aladdin with the other one and then want to challenge one of my things. So maybe what I do... Okay, we're definitely drawing a card. So draw a card. It's Elsa. I guess I can play the Facilier. It's a 4/5. If they kill this with Aladdin, then I can get it right back. If they kill anything with Aladdin, I can get it right back. That seems okay. Let's do that. If they banish everything, that's gonna be so bad. But I mean, I still have a bunch of stuff. So let's do this. And then let's quest with everything else. Nope, I ran out of time. Which means I also missed my ink drop. This program. I've mentioned on their Discord they need to increase the timer. Oh, so they are just going to be prepared. There it is. Okay. Ooh, that was a good one. Okay. Let's get rid... So I could have been able to, like, play Ursula right here. Ugh. I'm so mad. Let's ink this. Play the queen. That's gonna make me lose the game. Watch. I'm missing that timer. Having that timer run out on me. This is also where we start keeping track of our deck sizes. Because it might come down to that. And that's why I have my my 4 brooms. Which is another card I've yet to see from the opponent, so keep that in mind. If I have 4 brooms and they don't, that's great news. Okay, so 2/2 that replaces itself. Don't care about that. And yep, those are both fine. Ink the Aladdin. Yep, that's also fine. All of that is fine. So now we ink this. Oh, I probably should have drawn my card first. Oh well. Yeah. Whoops. Unquest that, and then play this. And then pass the turn. That makes it so they can't attack my queen. I like to keep it around for as long as I can. That cauldron. Now in the real world, you're going to be able to know if they put the card on top or bottom. That's what Yzma does. Whenever it quests, you look at the top of your deck, and then you decide to either keep it on top or put it on bottom. Yeah, we don't care about that one. I mean, it's not great, but they can't take care of any of our stuff, so it's fine, but we're definitely going to Dragon's Fire it. Okay, so what are we doing here? Inking this. I think I Dragonfire this. We'll ready the Jafar and use it to challenge the Yzma, so that, again, it kind of cuts them off that card advantage a little bit. Probably should have done before I played all the things in my hand, but doesn't really matter. So they can take out my Jafar, but it'll get rid of both of their Maleficents. They'll probably play their own large Maleficent here, which is also fine. Excuse me, I hope that didn't pick up on the microphone. They could just play their Be Prepared. Oh, or that's fine too. Okay. Ooh, that one's pretty good. So, before we do anything, we know we are readying this. We know we're using it to challenge this. We know we're Dragonfiring this. And I guess we'll go ahead and ink this. Pass the turn. So now we gotta start looking at what have we seen? We've seen one Be Prepared. Oh, okay. We've seen all their friends on the other side. We've seen 2 of their Elsas, 1 Aladdin. We saw 1 get inked as well. We saw Maui get inked. So there's the Maleficent, finally. Killing my queen. You rude. And then that's fine. So that Jafar took out 3 of their cards. Now, 2 of those cards replaced themselves, yes, but... quests for 2? I really want to just play Ursula here. And the Cauldron. That's the most efficient use of my ink, but tapping... or exerting the Maleficent seems good. They're only going to go up to 12. You do have to be careful about that kind of stuff. So we want the Dr. Facilier. Play Ursula. Draw that. And you're up. I don't think we've seen any Dragonfires, have we? No. We've seen 0 Dragonfires. You have to assume they're playing all 4 of them, although that might not be the case. Oh, the 3rd Elsa. Wow. Questing with that, huh? Okay, I could... No, I think I have to play my own Elsa here. Let's do this first. Always do this first. There's the magic broom, but there's 4 in the deck, so we don't need one immediately. But it is important to keep that in mind. I think I play my own Elsa here. And now do I ink the queen? I might want to now. I want as much of that as possible, because then that will be able to... yeah. Because then if I do that, no matter what I draw, I'll be able to Dr. Facilier and Shield of Virtue next turn. That might have been wrong. I think we've still got several queens. We've only gone through 2, I think. No, we've gone through 3, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. I also haven't seen any of my own Be Prepareds. It would be nice to see those. Wow, that one? I don't know if that's right. Because now, that one requests for more than that. Okay, let's do this first. Ah, there's Be Prepared, but there's also Maleficent. I think I would just want Maleficent. And I think what I do is this. And I use this to challenge you. Ready it. And then challenge you again. And I get it back in my hand. And then I'll pass the turn. Notice I've not done any questing. I'm just getting rid of their own stuff. So I'm very close to turning the corner. They have 2 cards in hand to my 2. Oh, good thing I kept this Dragonfire. And I got a Maleficent coming up. I wonder what that last card is. Oh boy. Alright, I have to be careful here though. Let's do this first for sure. Yeah, we'll keep the Jafar. Alright, I gotta think. I think I just played the Ursula. Or Elsa. Keep both of those put down. Go and quest with that. I'm feeling okay. Sure. Alright. Now we're feeling pretty good. Ugh. That's not as good, but... Okay, what are we doing here? What are they? This is 1 plus 3 is 4. They go up to 17. Ugh. That will draw. It's just so much. I could do Dragonfire and Jafar. Okay, so let's do this. And then I get it right back to my hand. Let's do this. Let's put this on top. Let's... I guess I could... No, I want to do this to get rid of that. Have you attack that. I feel like I might as well. I'm getting another Maleficent next turn. So let's just go and get rid of that and pass. The second Cauldron is not nearly as good as the first, but it's still not bad. Oh. That was really bad. A second Ursula. Because now I basically have to play that. Ugh. So bad. Alright, Maleficent on top. Tap down that and that. Challenge you. And not do anything with it. Which I guess I made a mistake. I should have quested first. No, because then it still would have stayed exerted. That's not what I wanted. I did not want it exerted. That's annoying. I think that's gonna lose me the game. I need to be able to double spell these things. I need to be prepared. I haven't seen... Well, I take that back. I did see one, but... Okay. We have to take care of the Maleficents, or we just... Or the Ursulas, or we lose. So... We just do that. Oh no, I forgot. Oh no, that works. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get rid of one of these Maleficents too. So there's that. And then we have to get rid of one to play the other. Yeah. And they're gonna go up to 19 lore. And what am I drawing next turn? I already forgot. A Broom. Broom can get back Dragonfire though, but it goes back into my deck, not in my hand. So I think we just lose here. I'm hoping they only play one creature. If they play one creature, we don't lose. Okay, we lost. Good games. Right. There's nothing I can do about it. What could I have done? Well, I kept keeping the Be Prepared. Be Prepared is more important in this match up than I realize. Where did I go wrong? This is gonna banish that, this will banish that, but then that quests for one and I lose. Yep. Man. Let's run it back. Keeping that be prepared is what I should have done. Alright. So, I'm gonna keep all of this except for this. And that, I think. Nah, I didn't want an Elsa. But I got a nice turn 2. We're playing against the Amber deck, so usually pretty quick. Yep. Okay, so we'll just ditch... Might just ditch the Queen, because this is going to be a very fast deck, so we don't have time to be putzing around drawing cards. Although that's what my whole hand does, so this might not be very good. Ooh, I haven't seen anybody play a Jetsam. More Yzmas. Okay, so Rafiki's great. We might just get rid of a Maleficent. Play this. Very tempted to keep the Dr. Facilier. We want cheap creatures to be able to challenge their things. We're definitely going to want to find them. Be prepared as soon as possible. No reason not to quest with this. Yeah, I was about to say. Alright, so we'll ditch this. Play Rafiki. Challenge Yzma. Like for be prepared. Nope. Now it is. Hopefully they're not playing the 4-cost discard 2 cards spell action. They're just gonna go a question. This is gonna be very annoying. We're gonna want to get rid of that. Alright, let's do this. Let's play Friends on the other side with Rafiki. Then we can just play this. Okay, okay. Shield of Virtue's good. Let's ditch a Maui, play a shield, and say go. Next turn we can play a Maui, get rid of their creatures. They might not quest with the Dr. Facilier, or they might just challenge with it. Just fine too. Ugh. Actually, that's pretty good. So That's all they're doing is getting that back. We can handle that. I mean, look at our hand. We did find a Dragonfire too. That's going to be very useful. Oh, they're questing with that. Oh, that's fantastic. Because now we can ditch this Jafar. Oh, I guess let's do this first. Dragonfire, please. So that was a 2-for-1. We got 2 of their cards for one of ours. Potentially a third one. It's going to take a third one with it. Aww. That card's annoying. Yep. They got that back. Boo. Okay, but now, what do we get to do? Well, we get to do this. Ooh. So, I think I want this. And then, what are we doing here? We can just Dragonfire that. That seems bad. Get rid of that. There's gotta be a better way, but I don't think there is. Just leaves a bad taste in my mouth doing all that. Using a Dragonfire on a Hades seems bad. So maybe what we do then, we play the second Maui and not do anything about it, and then, yeah, I kind of like that, because I know what they're doing next turn. Okay, so let's do this. Play the second Maui, and get the Dr. Facilier, and just pass and not do anything. Because what I think is going to happen is they're going to play the Dr. Facilier that they got back. They're going to quest with these 2, and then what I can do is I can Dragonfire the Dr. Facilier, use the fresh Maui to banish this Hades, and then that leaves them with no characters, so I can then use... Or no, this would banish Hades, and then this would banish Pascal. Yep. Okay, perfect. Just like I drew it up. Let's do this first. Did I even use that last turn? I think I did. Ooh, be prepared. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll Dragonfire you. You. Challenge you. You. Challenge you. And I will ink this. I liked it. Oh yeah, they got that back with the Facilier. So what's this do? Rush. This character can challenge the turn they're played, and then your Jetsams have Rush. Right, okay. So as always, we do this first. Yeah, we need more ink, so let's do that. I think we just play this. And I think we just say go. This is 3, 5... No, this can't quest, so doesn't matter. It's a moot point. They are at 12. I'm going to have to be careful about that. Because this is 3, so that's 15. Ugh. I want them to empty their hand. Which they are not doing. And it's annoying to me that they're not doing it. Okay. Let's put the broom. So, yeah, we can... God, that seems really bad. But I think we have to. Or we can just play the Elsa. That might not be terrible. No, okay, let's ink this. Have you on you. You on you. I want to do it that way because I want the least amount of damage on Dr. Facilier. And then it also gives us enough ink to do this. And now if they play creatures, I can exert them with Elsa. Ooh, they got their own magic brooms. Look at that. The value. You love to see it. That's all they did? Excuse me. Okay. This will start looping my magic brooms. I think I'd rather have another Ursula's Cauldron. When I can let them have the one. I'll just play out the broom. Oh, no. My discard pile. I want to get back friends on the other side. And I'll pass. I don't know what's in their hand. Oh, that was a good draw. I don't have the ink for it, but it was good. Oh, that's right. I shuffled the thing in. So now we get the queen. Exert those. This will take care of that. And I get it back. Thank you very much. That'll get rid of that. And I'll get it back. Thank you very much. And then I can go ahead and ink it too while I'm at it. I got plenty more where that came from. That was pretty good. Oh, baby. Yep, friends on the other side. Quest. Quest. Play this. You untap you. And pass. I want to keep all the cards in my hand. Now we're in great shape. I don't know what that last card is. They've been holding on to it forever. So do this first. Oh, okay. Do this second. Pardon me. I think I have to just, like, banish everything. Okay, and then yeah, I'll just pass. Next turn I win. Sure. So that was their last card. Alright. Good game. So that kind of is better showing of how this deck plays out. Just kind of slowly dwindles their resources. Also notice, like, the game I lost, my opponent played a Cauldron, and I went forever without playing my own. The game I just won, I played my Cauldron on turn 2. So, just saying. Okay, on this one, I think all I do is get rid of this. Keeping the 1 Be Prepared might be worth it. It might just rot in my hand, but I think that's worth it. And then everything else is fine, because I can ink it all. Depending on what my opponent does, I'll either play Cauldron or Facilier. They didn't have a turn 1 play, so that's good for me. So then I probably just get rid of Maleficent and say go. I've been getting into the habit of getting rid of, like, my duplicates into the inkwell. I don't know if that's right. We're still working on the holistics of what to put in the inkwell as opposed to what to keep. What was the other card they put in the well? I don't remember now. Yeah, see, now we'll put this other Maleficent, I guess. Or do we want to put Facilier? Because we're gonna be playing this right now, I think. So, I'm gonna ink the Facilier because the Maleficents have the same power. I don't think I want Ursula. I think I'd rather have Cauldron. I really don't want any of these, but between the two. This might be annoying. It gives them an ink advantage. Set that for free. So this is going to be, okay, red. This is going to be very fortunate that I kept the beat prepared because we're definitely going to need it. Okay, let's do this. Let's keep... Now it's almost like, do I want that? No, we'll keep that. We'll ink the extra Maleficent. Play this. Draw the card I just put on top. And pass. Ugh. It might be, well, they're gonna go way up on lore, but this be prepared, you know, is gonna... Ooh, that was good, because that can get rid of this. Alright, we'll do this first. Oh, perfect. You can just let them... How much lore is that? It's 4, so they go up to 7. I kind of want to just play this and the friends on the other side, and the next turn we can Maui and let them have all their stuff. That seems... I don't know if this is good. This might be terrible. But we're gonna do it anyway. I have to draw an inkable card here on the next turn in order for this to pan out. Otherwise, we in trouble. We're in danger. I guess worst case scenario, what's going to happen, right, is, if we don't draw an inkable card, we'll have to ink Maui, and then Dragonfire the bodyguard, and then attack the other two. Now, why did they not use the lantern? That's fine. Yeesh, I forget that has support as well. Okay. So now, what do? We probably still just do that, I think. This survives. It'll get hit by the Lilo, but that's okay. That's better than Dragonfire, right? It's gotta be. So we'll ink this, play this, you can attack you, you can attack you, and then we'll keep the Gaston. Now I just want to keep like all inkable cards. Ooh. Man, they're like this. I don't know what I think about their deck. Yeah, that's fine. They've got like control elements, but also aggro cards, like Lilo, so I don't know if they're trying to do too much, but... Again, as awkward as it is, I think I just have to keep inkable things on top. Play the Rafiki. Play this Cauldron. Ink this card. Activate this. Yeah, keep that on top. Put the Cauldron on bottom. This can challenge you. This can't quest, but hey, I get to keep my 2 things. Now, I guess he can have his own Be Prepared, so I have to be careful about that. That's fine. Because now what I get to do, this is great. Yeah, keep that on top. Just in case. Yep, keep that on top. Get rid of this. That's right, I can just be prepared, but no, we're just gonna do that. And then go on a quest. Rafiki's gonna slowly get there. All the dragon fires. Hey, that's what I want. There. It's a 7 cost spell. Oh, the Aladdin, sure. Now, yes, we want the Ursula. Oh, I didn't want that. Really want either of those. Rather have a Maui. Might just be able to race now. If things get out of control, I can always be prepared. Yeah, I'm wondering if I can race, because they're questing for 2, and I'm doing 4, so they go 13, 15, 17, 19, so that's 5 turns, whereas I go 7, 11, 15, 19, that's also 5 turns, but I go first. So we're gonna try that. Ooh, and that's gonna be very good. Yes, let's do that. Okay, yeah, that'll be great. Okay, so let's do that, do that, do this, pass. So as long as I don't play any more evasive creatures. But the Elsa, ooh, pardon me, the Elsa might be able to swing the tide in my favor. Oh, I guess that's what I get. I don't think I play out anything. Hey, do I? Yeah, I mean, let's just go ahead and get that out of my hand. Sure. The Pongo is a problem. So now, let's do this. Yes, another Elsa would be great. Do this. I kind of want that Friends on the other side, but it's fine. This is gonna buy me time to find more targeted removal. Got Maleficent. It attacks here. Request with her. We put Maui on top. We're looking for Magic Broom, maybe? It doesn't really matter. Well, yeah, Magic Broom. Alright, go. I got 2. They're all gonna take a lot more than that. Alright, yeah, we're in good shape. I don't know if they meant to do that. Well, I guess Kuna Matata didn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. Alright, there we go. Confirm. Ink this. Wonder if I should hold on to this queen in case they draw their second Be Prepared. Alright. Did they do it? Nope. Alright, good game, my friend. Ah, come on. And we get our victory. Alright. Fumbled with it a little bit. I'm still getting used to the mirror match. I've always been like that when it comes to control decks. But that's what I got. A little bit of a 2-1 there. I like this deck a lot. I think this is going to be your default control deck going forward. I'm pretty confident saying that. The cards I don't really like are like the Jafar. That's about it. Kind of the Gastons. Notice I never cast them. Never played those 2 cards. Well, I played the Jafar. Jafar's okay. The Gastons I'm not really sold on. I kind of like the Shield of Virtues. That's impressed me more and more. The more I play it, the more it gets played against me. I think that card's underrated. I'm not quite sure what I would replace the Gastons for. It's got to be something cheap. It'd probably be like just a 1 cost 2/2. Archimedes is one of the first things that comes into my mind. But I'll keep looking at this and I will get back to you all whenever the feeling strikes me. Until then, hope you stay safe.